Madden Football is the home of the Super Bowl, and this historic matchup is brought to you by EA Sports. It's the reigning Super Bowl champs and the Steelers. All that and more coming up next.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. We count down to kickoff in what should be an epic one here, as it'll be the Pittsburgh Steelers, the AFC champion, taking on the NFC champions, the Washington Commanders. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, we look at this Steeler ball club entering play. They come in on a pretty good roll here, winners of 3 straight. Meanwhile, for the visiting Commanders, they've certainly found their groove of late, winners of 5 in a row.
And I think the sky's the limit for this team. They're playing the best football that they've played in a long time.
Fortnight of Super Bowl week is over, and away we go in Super Bowl 58. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. Here are the Commanders for their first drive of the game. And they will be led out by their signal caller in his second year in the NFL now. Here's Gibson to start the drive. And right away, he lost the football. He'll get a yard, that's all, as they get him down at the 28. The fumble on first down now. Here's second down. Throwing here, Howell. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. They'll run with Gibson. And he'll be touched down here, but not before he does pick up the first. 2 yards is the pickup, and Washington going to have a first down. Didn't get it by much, but bottom line got the first down. Avoiding that 3 and out, how vital is that on the first drive?
To me, it's like the first round of a boxing match. You know, it may not mean much right then and there, but you'd rather not lose it, right? So you want to go ahead and get it, kind of establish something early, and hope it can carry through.
2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. On the counter, Gibson. And some room to maneuver. They nearly sprung him that time as he takes this all the way down to the 37. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down. Plays like that will really help this offense settle in here on the road. And when you go on the road, you also have to deal with the fans as well. And when you have those types of runs, that'll settle them back into their seats. And this time they're able to follow him up as he'll stop him at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. He's already put it on the ground once in this first half. They're no gain, just struggling to get going. Yeah, and what he needs right now, a dose of confidence, which means his guys have to chop a hole, a big one for him, give him a chance to run a little bit and gain some of that confidence back. He didn't get it on that carry. And he'll be taken down at the 33, a pickup of about 4. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option. You get the sense the next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh? Oh, the motion comes too late, and this is going to be a delay.
Delay of game, offense.
The offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted. After the delay, they're backed up even further for 3rd and long. Howell throwing on 3rd down here. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going down. Looks like a 9-yard loss, and it also brings up 4th. And the punter's on the sideline. Here's the field goal unit now to try an exceptionally long one. Sly able to put this one through. And it's 3-0 Washington. 3 points, probably not going to win this Super Bowl, but at least you get something on the opening drive.
And it's certainly not going to lose it. So the bottom line is, come away with the points now, come back and get greedy later, and try and put it in the end zone.
And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. So here are the Steelers now to take over for the first time. And they will be led out by their second-year quarterback.
And there are a lot of quarterbacks who had terrific careers. Think about guys like Phillip Rivers, Randall Cunningham, Dan Fouts, Warren Moon. But they never got to a Super Bowl. Yet here he is in his second NFL season, already getting his chance. And we harken back to Dan Marino. Another superstar made it in his second year, lost the game.
Pickett lost it. And down inside the red zone at the 19-yard line.
With no running backs in the backfield to help pass protect, all the receivers in their patterns, it's going to be hot routes if they sense a blitz or pressure on the quarterback. They've got to be prepared to break routes off early and get the football. In this case, never even had a chance. They popped the ball free in the backfield.
And the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
And to put it mildly, this is a tough spot defensively. They have to come right back out and defend their red zone. But how about that good first step towards forcing them to settle for at least 3 points? I think they're also thinking bigger right now. Imagine being able to stop them totally and change the momentum.
2nd and 10, Howell. And he comes back with one complete. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10.
Delay of game, offense.
That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit. Not ideal there. That delay of game backs them up 5 yards, so now they need 7 yards on 3rd down. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Multiple players getting home there, and it's a loss of 2 on the sack.
We're talking about how teams are so competitively matched, and you just want to make those plays that give you an advantage. How about right here? The difference between letting them score a touchdown versus holding them to a field goal, that's absolutely huge with the play he just made.
And you know he hated taking the loss there on 3rd down. So the fumble recovery had them set up in ideal field position, but they can muster only 3 points out of it.
Yeah, when you're able to force turnovers, especially when it results in field position like they had, you really want to make it hurt. Here, they take the field goal. That's definitely not what they were hoping for.
So a couple of field goals now. 6-0 our score as the kicks away. And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They trail early on in this Super Bowl as they come up 1st and 10. Running right through. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. That brings us to the end of one in Super Bowl 58. Much more to come from Las Vegas after this. It's a close game here early on. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back to the date on the calendar we circle every year. Super Bowl Sunday. Brandon Gaud and Charles Davis here with you as we get set to begin quarter 2. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Here's another carry for Harris. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
On On second down, this is Harris. He'll get about 3 as he's brought down right around at 42. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. Throwing on third down. Here's Pickett. Pass complete. George Pickens with it. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield. On fourth down, here's Presley Harvin on to punt. And this is going to be ruled out, I think, just inside the 20. Yes, it will. Side judge calls it at the 19-yard line. The Washington offense back out there. And their 2 drives thus far both led to points, albeit both field goals, so the lead just 6-0, but the ability to move the ball is evident.
Well, that's, heartening, as they say, but it's not what they're about. What they're about is putting the ball in the end zone and putting 6s on the board. So if you're the offensive coordinator, you like what you're doing, but you don't love it. You've got to find a way to ring that bell. Then you can have a little self-satisfied grin. Right now, a little more determination is needed.
8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
From the 27, Powell. Pressure comes, and the Steelers take him down. T.J. Watt. Credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10. Washington on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is third down and 12. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. Isaiah Simmons getting by the offensive line and dropping the quarterback. So that now 4 first-half sacks. This pass rush has been unrelenting.
And, partner, you hear that sound of paper being ripped to shreds? That's a game plan that they've had so far because they've got to say to themselves right now, we have to do something differently.
So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field.
Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. We'll see if they can do better here on this drive.
Pickett's throw there, hauled in by Claypool. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. Harris running straight ahead. And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a third down. It's rare that a man his size can at least push forward for a yard, but they stopped him there for nothing.
You're talking about Tiny? You talking about the little guy back there? That monster. Yeah, you're exactly right.
Oh, looking for Waddle, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Benjamin St. Juste.
20!
And the Commanders are going to take possession of the football. We have reached the 2-minute warning. In fact, just under 2 minutes to play in the opening half of this year's Super Bowl.
Suddenly it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here.
They'll run with Gibson.
And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Give him 2 yards on that one. 2nd and goal now.
Not a whole lot there on 1st and goal, and that's what you're looking for defensively. You'll certainly live with giving up just a yard or 2 in this situation.
One more time with Gibson.
And a little bit of space there. Takes it inside the 5 to the 3. Give him right around 4 on the carry. We'll see if they want to keep pounding here on 3rd and goal.
Powell completing the quick throw out wide. Touchdown, Washington.
Terry McLaurin from 3 yards out.
And the Commanders continue to look good here in the first half of this Super Bowl.
Extra point by Sly is up and good. And the lead now stands at 13.
Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. The Steelers taking over now late in this first half. Well, not much time remains here in this first half. We'll see if they can get something out of this drive, at least a field goal. They could certainly use it down by 2 scores. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. This one complete to Jalen Waddle. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. 1st and 10, here's Pickett. He's got a man, it's his tight end, that's complete. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. That one almost intercepted, but it's incomplete. Not a good throw there, and it'll be 2nd down. Pickett, he's going to throw it again. Wide open is Watkins. He's got him. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. So even though it's 1st down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. Boswell's kick is good. And they will indeed get on the board here, but still trailing. It's now 13-3. Well, still trailing here, but they do get the late field goal. Now their defense will try to keep this score right where it is heading into the locker room.
Yeah, and trailing at the break, you obviously don't want to go in off of a negative play. Give them credit for that one. Finding a way to put points on the board, give them any type of a spark, anything to build off of as they try and plan a comeback.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And with 10 seconds left, not really enough time to put something together. Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
They certainly thought he had an open look beyond the 1st down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
Powell, another throw on 2nd down. This will be caught. It's Samuel. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. One of the greatest performances of the year usually, but not here. Halftime of the Super Bowl is skipped, and we are on to the second half. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. These two teams sat through a longer than usual 30-minute wait, but we're back in action here in the Super Bowl. And he will not bring it out. It's a touchback. The Steeler offense now with a football first here to begin the 3rd quarter. And right now, their chances of hoisting that Lombardi trophy not looking too great, but perhaps that long halftime, maybe it did them a world of good.
Well, if there's ever a chance to regroup, it's in this game, right? Because you do have that long halftime, a chance to really assess things and maybe make some changes and true adjustments. They played great all year long. That was the worst first half of the season for them. They're hoping to put it behind them and come out punching here in the second half.
A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. They'll keep it on the ground. Harris again. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. He'll lose a yard on the play, so now they need 3 yards on 3rd down.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Trying to pick it up on the ground with Harris. And he'll be tackled about 2 yards shy of the line to gain. A 1-yard pickup leads to 4th down. The Steelers send out their punter now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. It'll be a net of 40 yards there following a 43-yard punt. 3-yard return, and the Commanders will take over with a 1st and 10. A 1st and 10 here for Hal and the Commanders at their own 23. On 1st down, Hal. As he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Well, he certainly didn't like what he saw at all from the coverage on his primary reads, and he didn't even have any luck trying to get back to his safety valve. Give defense a credit. Coverage was in lockdown mode everywhere.
Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. Straight ahead, Gibson. And he'll manage only a couple here up to the 25.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on 1st down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in the expected passing situation.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target. Incomplete.
Sometimes the game is pretty simple. Put a few extra defensive backs on the field, give them nowhere to throw the football, force the incompletion, and get off the field on 3rd down.
Here's Tressway now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. Taken from just outside the 30. They'll call this a 41-yard punt, 7 on the return. And they will take over 1st and 10. The Steeler offense set to regain possession. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old-school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. Third quarter, Super Bowl 58. Here's a 2nd and 10 now. They'll run again with Harris. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. They wind up losing a couple there, so they go behind the original line of scrimmage, and now 3rd and 11 coming up. Pickett will look to throw it here. Going up top. And that's caught inside the 30. And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line.
That's a great job of working the sideline right there. I love how he tracked the football the whole way. Just reached up and pulled it in. Had excellent field presence to understand where he was in order to make that play happen.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. On 1st and 10, it's Pickett. He's got Claypool for a Steeler touchdown. Chase Claypool, an 18-yard touchdown grab. And the Steelers have cut it back within a score. Well, he's regarded as one of the best athletes among NFL tight ends, Charles, and it certainly was on display right there.
And as we've seen this league continue to grow and develop, I think the tight end position is becoming harder and harder to defend because now it's elite athletes playing that position, not just the big guys who can block. How about his ability to get downfield and make plays against any defense?
Extra point put through by Boswell. And the lead down to 3 at 13-10. So that drive, 4 plays.
And it was finished off by the Chase Claypool touchdown catch.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
He will return this from deep in the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. Now we get a stoppage because, as you can see, a member of the Commanders in some obvious discomfort. We'll take a break and get a report from Vegas after this. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Their lead down to a field goal now as they start with a 1st and 10. With a play fake, and now here's how to throw it. That's out to the flat for Gibson.
And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
From the 22, here's 2nd and 8.
Now Howell.
Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. 3rd down.
That incompletion certainly makes this upcoming 3rd down a little bit more crucial. They need to find the right play to convert here and maybe start to tamp down a little bit of the momentum the other side is starting to gain.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8.
Howell, he'll look to throw it. That's into a crowd and intercepted.
Chauncey Gardner-Johnson with a pick.
And the Steelers are going to take possession of the football.
Well, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field.
And down by a field goal, they'll take over with excellent field position following the interception.
Now a 1st down carry for Harris. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at 2nd down.
I have to think a major focus at the halftime, Minks, had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the 1st level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the 2nd level.
And the Steelers are going to be set up with a 1st and goal here as the tackle made at the 9.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover, and they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a 1st and goal.
Looking to throw, Pickett. Oh, a good move at the 5. That's good for a gain of 6, second and goal. They'll try and run with Harris, and he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. We are through 3/4 of play here from Allegiant Stadium in Super Bowl 58. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. And there's just 1 quarter that remains in this edition of the biggest game of the year, the Super Bowl, as we get set for the 4th quarter. Pickett now, 3rd and goal. Flushed out right. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. So here we go. On now is the kicker, Chris Boswell. From the left hash, a chip shot here. Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. Now it's scooped up, and this is a live football.
Partner, I think they saw something there. I mean, they came from the right side deliberately, and you know there's always a designated guy who goes and blocks it, but it's the rest of his teammates that get him free.
Out there set ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And the tension ratcheting up all around. A 1-score game, 4th quarter of the Super Bowl. This is what you folks came for. Every play with the potential to win or lose a title as they look to drain some time off this clock. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. Second down, Howell back to pass. And he'll get it up here this time to the 21. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
That was a pretty favorable situation there. What would you call that? 2nd and manageable? Smart play, too. Didn't force it downfield when he didn't have it. Just checked it down, let him get the 1st down, and that's exactly what he did.
Howell throwing on 1st down here. Here's Johnson with a reception. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains.
And these guys certainly are not hiding what their intention is. They're absolutely showing it. They're definitely not going to sit on this lead here in the 4th quarter.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10.
Delay of game, offense.
So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit.
Still 1st down.
The delay of game backs him up 5, 1st and 15. And Howell will throw it. And he's going to drop this one down to Gibson. And he'll be brought down right around the 37.
The defense was ready for the back to leak out and even had a 2nd player waiting to double him up. If you're going to commit to doubling the back, you better prevent a completion, but give him credit. Extra determination, extra effort, turn it into a successful play.
Delay of game, offense.
And that flag accepted. Howell down to throw it. Wide open receiver complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A gain there of 21 yards. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Another throw for Howell. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked up by A.J. Terrell. A critical error there in a tight game in the 4th.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the 4th quarter, turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the 4th quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. They come up on a 2nd down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down the wire. To throw again on 2nd down. Pickett. That's swung out wide to Harris. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line. Now Pickett. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done. A solid gain of 15 yards, and the sticks move. Here's Pickett. And this one caught along the sideline, but they say already out of bounds. And the throw didn't give him a chance to turn it upfield, and that brings up 2nd down. From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. Pickett to throw. Able to hit his target, Claypool. And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here. Looking to throw here, Pickett. Able to find his man, it's Pickens. And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the 1st down. Scans his options and locates Claypool along the sideline. Nice job defensively to hold him to 4, and now it's 2nd and goal.
Such a tough position to defend near the line, even when you add a 2nd defender, but the big man shrugged off the extra body and made the play call a success.
Pickett. Setting up the screen, Harris. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. 3rd and goal, a big play in this Super Bowl. He takes it across for the touchdown, and they've taken the lead late in the final minute of the 4th.
Wow, wow.
Boswell good with the extra point, and that will make this a 4-point game. So that drive consumes 9 plays all told. And it's capped off by the late touchdown that puts him out in front here in the final minute of the contest. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. So here we go now with Howell and the Commanders. Down 17-13, 45 seconds remaining. Here's Howell. A touchdown could win. And the comeback may stall out. It's intercepted. Greedy Williams picks it off. And the Steelers are going to take possession of the football. Well, you knew you had to take some chances here with the clock winding down, needing a touchdown to win it, and that one might have just sealed their fate.
Yeah, and that's the nature of the 2-minute drill. The offense trying to go downfield and make their plays. But defenses, they're sitting back watching everything that they do, but not too far back. They want to be in position to make a play on the ball, and that they did.
Pittsburgh Steelers have won the Super Bowl, and the Lombardi Trophy is going back to the Steel City. And when this moment comes, I think you look back at all the blood, sweat, and tears, the offseason, the workouts, training camp, week 1, 2, 3, all building up now to say you're a Super Bowl champion. It's worth it.
It certainly is, and rarely do we have a team that